Did you know Coke, Ford, Tesla, your favorite all-American brands, are secretly turning Canadian while you're not looking? Smart survival or the quiet death of Made in America? Stick around, because the names I'm about to drop could change how you see your next can, car, or paycheck. The jobs, the money, the factories, gone while you sleep. So grab a drink, maybe not a Coke, and pay attention. This affects your fridge, your paycheck, and maybe your town, and if you think it's just Coke, wait till you see who's last on this list. Number 6. Coca-Cola. What does it say about America when even Coca-Cola, the ultimate symbol of summer, baseball, backyard BBQs, ghosts its own country? Most folks think Coke just sells sugar water, but their real business is aluminum. One little can costs pennies, until tariffs slam US aluminum imports. Suddenly, Coke's can bill exploded by billions. So what did they do? Not a word on CNN. Just a quiet move, new packaging plants in Ontario, supply deals in Quebec. Trucks rerouted, factories humming all north of the border. And back home? Small US bottlers are shutting lines early. Truckers lose routes. Local can makers lay off shifts. Nobody headlines that. A can of Coke that says Made in Canada isn't just trivia, it's a warning. If Coke slips away for a cheaper can, what's next? Your favorite beer? Your kid's juice box? So I'm asking you, would you pay more to keep it American? Or do you crack it open and shrug? Drop your answer in the comments. Number 5. General Motors. If GM, the muscle behind the American dream, decides Canada makes more sense, what does that mean for Detroit? This isn't nostalgia, this is math. Tariffs crushed steel and aluminum costs. A car uses 30,000 parts, multiply that by triple price steel and your $40,000 SUV isn't moving off the lot. So GM's answer? Slide north. Since 2020, $2.6 billion funneled into Ontario and Quebec. A massive EV battery hub. New drive unit factories. Hundreds of engineered jobs filling up Canadian job boards while US plants retool, translation, layoffs. Remember Flint, Michigan? Once an empire for GM. Now they're hiring Tesla-level talent in Ontario. The new brain trust isn't in Detroit anymore, it's on Canadian Hydro. And every dollar GM bets on Canada is one less for small US towns that live off those contracts, grocery stores, schools, local diners. Gone. So, would you buy an all-American Chevy if it rolls off a line in Ontario? Or does it still count? Tell me below, does it matter to you? Number 4. Alcoa. What happens when the company that powers your cars, cans, planes and skyscrapers says, we're done paying American bills? Alcoa is America's century-old aluminum king. But in 2025, they hit a triple whammy, exploding power bills, US smelters rotting, and a brutal 25% tariff on imported raw aluminum, courtesy of Washington. So instead of fighting a losing battle, Alcoa slipped north. No Grand Press tour, just ports in Houston slowing, trucks in Quebec rolling. A $1 billion smelter upgrade in Quebec paused, but power deals extended to 2040. That's the clue, they're not coming back soon. One single smelter can keep thousands employed. When it moves, entire US towns watch grocery stores and gas stations die. Quietly. So next time you crack a can, ask, is that Shine American Grit or a quiet import? Which company so far hits you hardest? Coca-Cola, GM, Alcoa? Perfect, you did well here. You could add pause and comment now, I'll read them all. This signals you want immediate action, not just passive watching. Number 3. Campbell Soup. How does a can of soup drain jobs from your hometown? Campbell Soup, that cozy can in your pantry, relies on cheap aluminum. Tariffs wrecked that. Every 10 cents more per can hits tight budget families hard, so Campbell had a choice: raise prices, lose customers, or shift production. So, they picked door number 2, Canada. Packaging deals drifted into Ontario. Toronto and London got the job posts, not Ohio or Michigan. But it doesn't stop with soup. Think, the carrot farmer in Michigan. The label printer in Pennsylvania. The trucker hauling pallets in Kentucky. When the can shifts, the whole supply chain feels it. So next time you open that can, check the label. When it says Made in Canada, remember, that's not just soup. That's a quiet exit. Would you pay more for that can to stay American? Or does it not matter anymore? Number 2, Tesla. Is America's poster child for tech and clean energy quietly rewriting its future in French? Tesla was once the ultimate Made in America brag. But in 2025, US grids collapsed, blackouts rolled, regulations dragged. Meanwhile, Canada offered Tesla a deal it couldn't refuse: stable hydro, fast-tracked mines, billions in battery chain incentives. So Tesla didn't rant, they recalculated. The robot factory near Toronto? It's now the heartbeat of Tesla's automation. Hundreds of AI engineers and roboticists sipping Tim Hortons while building the bots that build your cars. In Quebec? Tesla's mapping a full-stack battery chain, mining lithium, shaping it, assembling cells. All with less drama than a single Elon tweet. Tesla's shift doesn't just move robots, it drags AI suppliers, battery labs, chip makers with it. Next time you see a shiny Cybertruck? Ask yourself, is it still American tech dominance, or did Canada just steal that brag too? Number 1, Ford. Could America's king of trucks now have a Canadian accent? Ford, the name tattooed on American grit, quietly dropped $2.3 billion into Oakville, Ontario. Not Michigan, not Ohio, not Texas. They're cranking out F-Series Super Duty trucks up there. Why? Faster, cheaper, cleaner hydro power. EV hype-cooled, battery costs spiked, so they delayed the EV dream and doubled down on good old gas trucks. And Canada said, here's land, here's power, here's tax breaks. Meanwhile, US factories argue over labor costs and power bills. Who wins? Ontario. So that F-150 roaring down your street might look tough and American, but peek under the hood, that Made in the USA badge is starting to fade. These 6 brands prove one thing: loyalty dies when profits bleed. Betrayal or survival, what would you do? Be honest, drop it below. If you want the truth the big networks skip, smash subscribe now. And before you bounce, share this with someone who still believes Made in the USA means what it did 50 years ago. Let's wake them up and keep this conversation alive. Your move, comments are open.